CJ had basically said, hey, me and Zoe broke up, and that, you know, basically during and even after the breakup, some people was trying to get with her or whatever. And he named one person in particular that had me shocked. He said it was Rico, right? So without mincing any words, I just want to ask straight up, did Rico try to F you? What's up, YouTube? I want to once again thank everybody who comes up to me in the street and shows me real love. Y'all don't even know. It keeps me thankful. It keeps my tank full. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So your ears must have been burning. Yes. Okay, because we got to talking about you. We also know Zoe. Yeah. And you were her man for this whole time she's been here in Atlanta. So definitely shout out to my boy. I ain't gonna say his name on the camera, but shout him out. Yeah, your man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, about 11 months.
Right, about 11 months. And so, you know, what happened? Why'd y'all break up? Have you heard about any of your homeboys trying to link up with her or anything like that?
Oh, man. Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie, but really, like, my best friend, like, then tried to, you know, yeah. You know him.
What?
Yeah,
Does he? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Rico?
Yeah.
It was my fault, all right? Let me put that out there first and foremost. CJ did not walk up to me and say, hey, let me tell you all this stuff about Zoe.
Right.
I asked him specifically, like, hey, what's going on with y'all? He said y'all had broken up, and I asked him to just talk about it, right? So, so don't blame CJ, blame me, all right? You can blame Marcus.
I won't.
Okay, all right. But Zoe, yeah, I mean, like, obviously, your name was brought up in a situation where, you know, you and CJ are broken up or whatever it is, on the, you know, pause or whatever right now. And so, before we get into all the updates you have going on, right, we're gonna jump right into, I guess what you call the mess. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, you know, CJ had basically said, hey, me and Zoe broke up, and that, you know, basically during and even after the breakup, some people was trying to get with her or whatever. And he named one person in particular that had me shocked. He said it was Rico, right? So without mincing any words, I just want to ask straight up, did Rico try to F you?
Yes, he did. Rico has tried multiple times. And in his face. Like, absolutely in his face. Like, tried me in his face. So, for him to say that he's never did nothing or never had no slick gestures like he wanted to, it's a lie. I've cursed him out about it. Like, I've, you know, damn near almost broke his window because he said something sexual to me and I did not like it. Man, like I said, me and him it's been a rocky road with him from the beginning. For me, him even finding out that me and Payroll was even together.
Is that right? Because the way that Rico explained it, he basically said, like, hey, she used to give me a lot of attitude and stuff, and when I started to show, like, a little bit of flirtation, a little bit of maybe slick interest, then that helped the situation out. Is that basically what, you know, because that's what he says. He says that I wasn't really trying to do nothing with her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was just trying to basically make for a peace situation.
Right.
What's your response to it?
One thing about it I want to say is way before me, him and, you know, Rico and CJ, they both had things going on. It was this arguing and going back and forth and not being, you know, actual homeboy was way before me. I just end up, everybody has told CJ that he's not a person for him. And I want to say, like, with that situation, before any of that happened with me and Rico, he did some slimy act towards CJ, and I did not like it. I told CJ, and CJ the one who told me, no, that's my brother, he always do this, it's okay. So he went back to his friend, you know, whatever, but then it happened again, and it you know, his pattern, it does not change. So I told him at one point, and I kept beating it into CJ's head that that's not a real friend. And Rico has sent threats. Like, he's not one thing about it, a person who has to call out how righteous they are 24/7 is not a righteous person. If you know you're righteous, you don't have to say you're righteous so many times. So one thing about it, he's not a righteous person. He can let y'all let that, you know, persona out. But if you go and actually talk about Rico and around here, Rico has troubled people a lot around here. Rico have pulled fake stunts no matter what. Yes, he could scream out he loyal, but even CJ can see that it was, you know, signs of not a loyal brother, because before me and him was even getting into it, it was CJ and Rico getting into it. Just before it was to what point I was only jumping in and getting angry with Rico because of what he was doing to CJ. So, you know, we're one. CJ and me is like one. So when you try him, you try me. And I'm the little firecracker of the relationship. So I'm going to pop off before he pop off.
So wait, so I'm hearing present tense language. I'm not hearing past tense. I'm hearing present tense. We saying me and CJ are one. If you do this and do that,
we are still one. That's
so y'all are still together?
Like I say, I don't want y'all to let CJ fool you, because the person or the persona that Rico tried to put, not even CJ, but Rico or, you know, everything. One thing about it, I don't want that to fool y'all. The internet is not what it seems. I was just with CJ last night. We don't just speak on the phone. We see each other. Even probably today when I leave here, probably go see him. Like, no, we're not done. And whatever.
So what was the problem? What's the issue? Because CJ said that it's issues with respect. That's
the big problem.
Okay,
I don't know how to respect men. You know, I've been troubled by men, you know, in my past. Time got older. I was very, very sexually active around, let's say 13, 14, sexually active.
What do you think triggered that?
People say it's not a good thing that I look at it like that, and it might not be the case, but I feel like I'm so sexually active because of how many times I've been raped back then. I feel like that's the reason I'm so, you know,
I get it. Hypersexual, yeah.
Yeah, but I have to, you know, learn to respect him. Even if I don't respect men, if I want to be with somebody that I love forever, I have to respect him. And I understand that. One thing about it is I never one-sided story. I have my own problems. I have a lot of things going on. Yes, I have made wrong decisions, but I have learned from my decisions. Like, I can say that he was right about, you know, me carrying my body with the clothes, and he has warned me about, you know, my shape and wearing certain clothes.
And let me pause you real quick and say, I apologize for sexualizing you by talking about your...
It's okay. That's why I'm not really mad about the backlash, because he has warned me, and so has other people. They have warned me already. And, you know, me being the rebellious person, you know...
Yeah, you're a young lady, and that's what young ladies do.
I want y'all to know I am not 19. I met CJ when I was 19. I am now 20 years old.
Okay, so you're 20. Okay, yes. Okay. So, okay. So... the other thing that I just want to clear up real quick is that Rico said that there was another Rico said that he smashed and that he got you pregnant and everything else.
Yes, I want to talk about that as well. He's actually the one making up that rumor. We also spoke to the little Rico. I spoke to the little Rico, and the little Rico said that he has no idea what's going on or what's even talking about a baby. You know, in order to be pregnant, you have to have sex. I be around CJ 24/7. I met him January 26th, and I have never left his side. Never. That's the only person I know in Atlanta. And that's literally the only person. We've been together for 11 months now. The only person I know. I'm his shadow. When you see him, I'm not too far behind. When you see me, he's not too far behind.
Right.
And one thing about it, I don't let men play with me. I have respect for myself. That's why I don't want that persona out there. I know I wanted to clear up my name, because I have very much respect. I did make bad decisions, you know, back then, but I have learned from him. I'm a well put together woman. Like, it's, you know, I've made mistakes, but everybody makes mistakes. And
I mean, on that note, right, I will say this. You're definitely pulling your situation together.
Yes.
And it's happening in
just 11 months from my
I was about to say a good time
now.
Space, right? Because essentially you were, you know, living with him in the car and everything else.
Yes.
And right now you're staying with I guess someone else. A friend. And
I want to talk about that too. He said that he didn't, you know, appreciate that the homegirl was helping me, but I would want him to understand that at one point before you met me, they tried to help you as well, but you didn't get the memo. They are helping me now, and I'm thriving to where I gotta get to where I gotta go.
So thriving means, what does that mean? Working?
Like,
what does
yes,
that mean?
I want to, you know, from the last time I didn't have no job. I didn't do anything. Right now, I have a job. I am a home care nurse. I go and I take care. Her name is Miss Betsy. I have one person right now. I take care of her. I make sure she take her medication. I get paid. I work 5 days a week. And I'm just waiting on my voucher. I did all my appointments, everything, and I'm waiting for them to approve me and to not approve me. And then next year, I'm going to get my license, and I'm going to get back in school for my GED.
Okay. So you got your motion going. You're
Yes,
moving
I
in the
know my
right
mindset.
direction.
I just have to fix my mind because my mental, yes, I do struggle with a lot of, you know, pain from my past, but like they say, you can't hold on to that, and that's what I'm trying to do. I left him in the car for the better for us. I left him, and I wanted to go receive help from somebody that I know is, you know, up there where I want to be at one point in life. So why not take the help? I'm not just, you know, I knew that our relationship was going to crash down if we was to stay together and sleeping in the car, because, you know, we see life in two different perspectives. He's 32, I'm 20.
Right.
Like, we're not gonna always see eye to eye. So I left to give him a chance to get a breather and let me get a chance to build my mental, to build my health, and, you know, try to focus on myself and try to focus on getting us right at the same time. Like, one thing about it, I love him and he left me. He's not going nowhere, and that's why I don't want people to don't put that persona out there like, oh, you don't think there's a chance. But when I told you I wanted to leave you, it was, I don't want to go. So at the end of the day, I'm still doing what I gotta do. You know, no matter what we have going on, I still want to, you know.
Yeah, you got to strive for yourself.
Safe.
You got to do your thing, and, you know, I mean, you know, CJ and me and him have talked, right?
Yes.
He's a little bit older than you, right? And so he's got to focus on doing his thing, you know?
Right.
Because oftentimes the disrespect is a result of that stuff maybe not happening all the way it should and stuff like that.
Right.
And so, okay, so you want to show more respect and
Yes,
stuff
I
like
do.
that, and that's your mindset.
He
Okay,
deserve it.
okay.
And one thing I could say about him, he has, when I came out here, I ended up getting robbed. And I met him, and he has taken care of me, the clothes on my back, everything for the moment of me being with him and not having nothing. Yes, he has been there for me. Yes, he has protected me. He's gave me everything that I needed. And, you know, it hurt my heart to realize that I wasn't giving him the respect that he needed. So, you know, that's why I left to better myself and better my mind to be right for myself and for, you know, what we have going on.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I did ask him like, hey, do you think that due to her, you know, life experiences, that she basically has an inability to respect men? But from what I'm hearing now, it sounds like your mindset is that you want to improve in that area.
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Okay, so officially, you're not in the car no more.
No.
You got a roof over your head.
Yes, I do.
Is that solid, or is that like
It's
one
solid.
argument and then?
No, it's solid.
Okay, so solid.
We're good. We're family. They're helping me. It's really, you know, I just needed to get out the car. I'm just waiting on approval for my voucher. The power of the tongue is powerful, so I
put it
out
out
there that I will have it before Christmas. I will get approved before Christmas. And my job, I get paid very good. So, you know, and even, you know, as time go on, I want to, you know, pray more, get myself closer to God, and, you know, my mental health, you know, not being bipolar. I want to be able to control my moods on my own. You know, like I said, but I do have a lot of trauma in life. I have been through a lot, but I don't want that to define me, and, you know, I don't want that to build who I am now, because one thing about it, I can't change my past, but I can definitely change my future.
I'm gonna tell you what, Zoe. There hasn't been a conversation I've had with you where you haven't displayed what I consider to be a pretty good amount of maturity for a 20-year-old. And especially one that's been through the different things that you've been through in life. And to be able to have that mindset, I think it's just awesome.
Thank you
So,
so much.
all right, well, look, I'm glad that you called me to kind of clear this stuff up and everything else.
The internet is not, I just feel like people out there, the internet is not always what it seems. I did just come back to clear my name because I did feel some type of way about it because I'm not that type of person. I've never been like that. I've made mistakes, but that persona that people are putting out there is not me. I'm not an easy person. I'm not, I'm not a going person with any and everybody. I stay with one person at one time because that's just what I believe in. That's just, I take care of my body very good, very proper. Like, that's just not my character, and I didn't want that to be, out there as my character and who I am because it's not.
All right. Well, say less. Well, listen, if anybody wanted to continue to tap in with you, reach out, help, or donate, is it still the same stuff? Or?
Yes, it's the same.
And so what's the Cash App again?
It's ZOEYVIBESSS. It's 4 S's.
4 S's. Okay,
Yes,
Zoey
Zoey
Vibes.
Vibes, 4
And then what's your IG or anything like that if anybody wants to reach out?
It's Gotta Love Zoey, GOTTALUV_ZOEYY.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, we appreciate you as always. All right. And we definitely wish you nothing but the best out here. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.